Mimi what I can kitu naweza kuambia Jose, there's a much of the problems that are encountered with YouTube. So much of the people think about everybody will get to YouTube and they will get to have the houses, they will be supported and everything. Right now Nyabuhanse is messed and it's in a mess. It's full of mess and I'm telling you that as a fact, bro. Yeah, so the good thing is whoever thinks about they're gonna be doing it, let them lure so as they can just make a move, and that's the move, bro.
Is there anyone who is behind about it?
There are so many YouTubers who are behind it, so I understand and I know it. Because I have the conversations, all the conversations that they started from April. But I had no any kind of the evidence about how the things were just running. There's no problem about that one. So I have all the evidence on who and how the things were. So don't be bothered with small things, huh? Yeah. Exactly. I understand, bro. Thank you. So, bro, I'm telling you this as a fact. Not everybody, the way you see Gintu is making money, you think. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. It's underscore Gintu back again to the root of today. Here we are, it's one-on-one live coverage. They're going to be coming out at this kind of the G Castle back to the ground. And we're going to be making everything to come to you live, one-on-one. I'm starting this kind of the channel of Only Mayani. So as you can just make sure that everything is just grooving at the circle. And everything is just perpendicularly per unit time. So everything is just coming to you live. And we have much of the postquams and interquams that are still kept holding and coming to this kind of the way forward. And I understand how much of the things do come and how much of the things do occur. But we have to talk about we have to go forward. Forward is always getting, because there's no one who can just come to talk about, oh, we have to go backward, we have to go this way. No. The way is forward. And I understand much of the issues, East, A, B, C, D, and there. They're going to be evolving East, West, and South, and I understand about them. And we're going to be hearing much of the things going to be coming. But should not give you much of the problem, because we are here to strengthen and make sure that everything is handled very properly. So the good thing is be tuned, be locked, because this is the starting of the video, and we're going to be so interesting and so jovial at this kind of the gorgeous moment. So welcome back to your channel, man. What's up? Everything's good, man.
Everything's good.
Yeah, man. Everything is welcoming. So make sure that you are not falling in terms of this kind of the fish pond here. So it is a very deep, man. So whenever you dip yourself inside there, you are done completely.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's you to decide on whatever you want.
Kaboom! Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Exactly.
It's your boy here, Only Mayani. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go by subscribing. Support it, and everything will be so fantastic. Good morning, good night, wherever you are watching this kind of a video. Today I'm having the real G here, underscore Gintu.
Yeah, man.
And I have just walked here to see how his progress is just ongoing, and I can just see that you are in finishing position.
Yeah, we are in the finishing, and it's what is always giving us much of the pressure to make sure that the G Castle is complete.
Let me ask you first one question before we go on.
Yeah, man.
How do you manage? You have a very big house like this. You have not finished, and also you are handling the vulnerable people who don't have like toilets. How do you manage yourself with the labor?
Bro, I tell you that I ventured into this kind of the YouTube to make sure that everything is satisfied on its own course, because the G Castle, it's ongoing, it's a day to day, because it has never stopped. Exactly. You understand it?
Even it's only Saturday?
It's only Saturdays. And which is what is giving much of the problem, much of the people a problem, that they think about, oh, building a G Castle is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
You brought a lot of cement.
You understand? Right now, I am 516 cements. Yeah.
516.
516, and I've not yet even put the concrete at the veranda.
So you have.
So
like
I will just reach
a meter on cement.
No, cement's going to be costing more than 500,000 Kenya shillings.
Yeah,
exactly.
500,000.
Around 500,000 is going. That's the real fact. I'm telling you about
Now,
that.
how do you manage yourself? Like, it's some back weeks or some months.
Yeah.
You are having a lot of problem. How you will get cement? How you will get the steels? How you will get? I don't know. You are struggling. Even someone can just see you and say, "Hey, underscore Gintu is."
I strategized to you, and I told you that for you to do something to come out and people can see it, you have to strive. You have to make it happen. Yeah? You understand me? So it's always coming from the pressure of the ground, and also from whatever you have determined that you want to do. You understand? And also whatever God has planned that it will be, it has to go forward. Despite we are having much of the challenges east and west and south,
Yeah.
but we have to conquer with them. Talk about, I've told you that I have different businesses running.
Yeah.
So much of the people want to talk about, which are they, what are they, and this and that and this. You understand? And I'm telling you this as a fact, even my family doesn't know much of the things that I do. You understand?
Yeah.
So I always venture into businesses. And to this kind of the fantastic way, I understand myself, because if I start talking about this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, they start much of the people talking about, they want to go and talk
They
about,
will know your weaknesses.
because where I messed one time and I'll never mess it again, it's when I just brought that kind of the car, the brand new car, and I just showed much of the people that have bought a new car, and I wanted to have much of the businesses here and there. So it was targeted. You can just remember the time I talked about much of the people are so foolish. They wanted to target my vehicle and pound it. Talk about pounding. They wanted pounding is like they wanted it to be that because it had no lines. Talk about this kind of the number plate, and they wanted to talk about, this is the vehicle that is bringing much of the chaos to this kind of Nyabuanse. It's the one that is much of the police officers told me about that kind of the story, and they told me that you're gonna be bringing much of the problem. Much of the people are still talking about I should be pounded that kind of the vehicle, and much of the officers understand what is the pounding because even to the judiciary, they know the pounding. It's like it will just be gut, and I'll be fined that it doesn't have a number plate, and it's the one that's causing some of the problems in the village.
Yeah.
And it's just because of the jealousy of much of the people. And it's something that we have to understand at ourselves, that that's where I only made a mess. And nobody will ever acknowledge, even right now, where it is, including anyone. Nobody knows what.
Even me, since the day
You saw it outside there. Yeah. You have never saw it.
I have never seen it.
Nobody will ever see everything, because I have seen that even the people who are closer to you, are very close. They want to take everything in a granted. And I'm telling you this as a fact.
Yeah.
There's nothing. That's a secret I'm telling you. Much of the people want to come to your life, understanding that they want to gain something from you. And when everything pounds and everything is just it's not going the way they think about going to be going, they think about now you are becoming jealous, you are becoming bad. You understand? But whatever they needed to harvest from you, it's not been harvested. You understand?
Yeah.
But the good fact is nobody will ever understand what Gintu is making, because much of the people are thinking about, Gintu, much of the people, even right now, you're asking me about how do you make things to come out. I'm telling you, it's a strategy of living. You understand? And I suffered in my youngness to have this fulfillment of this kind of the position. And not yet. And I'm telling you this as a fact. Not yet. More and more are coming. You just be tuned. Now things are going to be coming now and again, because I already have settled everything is just getting to the brim point. So it's not that much of the people are waiting to understand, Gintu is doing A, is doing B, is doing C. And when I was growing, and I'm telling you this is a fact, and there's something that has ever been pushing me since I was a young boy, when my mom was very sick, and she was about to her life to end, and she was suffering from brucellosis, and she was never even walking, even just waking up, it was a problem. And even to the last day, she was taken from the house. I was there. I was there looking at her, how she was being taken, so as she can just go to the hospital. Nobody could just take care of her. And I was just taking, because I was nothing. I was in Form 3 during that time. And even the school fees was becoming a problem for me to pay. So even I had to transfer school. And I'm telling you that's a fact.
Yeah.
And I had to transfer a school so as I can just get a school that I'll manage to pay for. You understand? And during that kind of the period of time, I stayed at home like 1 to 3 months. I like 2 to 3 months there at home without going to school. No money because my mom was taken to Kenyatta Level 5 with an immediate effect because of an emergency.
Yeah.
And she stayed there for more than 6 to 8 months.
Wow.
And what can you do as a person? It was now the time for me to go to do what is called the final exams for me to go to Form 4. Because I had already transferred the school to another school so that I can just study there and make sure that everything is coming out. So to this kind of the period of time, the life became very hard. Because even asking my brother that, hey bro, can I get even 100 shilling? £1. I go to school because I had to come and cut grass for a whole week. And we had 3 dairy kettles, and I had to cut grass for a whole week because when I go back to school, we had a person who was working, my brother, who is just the elder brother, who I'm just, not the elder, who I'm just following,
Yeah.
was at home and doing some of the construction, talk about a handyman, because they had finished his Form 4. So he was the one, whenever I come and cut, he has to go and hustle, talk about go for the construction, work as a handyman, and bring something small. Give me a 50 bob, and I have to milk, and sometimes we have to sell milk so they can send money to our mom, so it can just be treated. The bills, because the bill was being more than 1 million Kenya shillings. Because she was put in the machines, she was had to be catered for, the public, talk about a private room, you understand?
Yeah.
So everything was messy. And during that time, it's now the time I opened myself. And I talked about, I am telling you that it was like 1 month to an exam for me to pass. Because if I cannot do it, I will not go to an extra class. I went and I asked the principal that, please, can you allow me to do the exam? Then please, I'm suffering from this and this. The person talk about the head teacher in that kind of the school told me that I'll not give you the time. Come the exam time. I am telling you, I came outside there to hustle and pay the money because it was a huge. And I ran from the first school that I was having a huge bill, so I can just go to another school that has a lower bill, but I could not pay it. And I was at the school. And I was staying outside. And I was cooking for myself. Now you can now imagine, no food. I was just taking milk that I was milking in the evening, and I could just take it, like 2 liters, and I go with it, I ferment. Then it was the one that I was taking. You understand?
Yeah.
So I suffered it, and I saw it how the life was. And to that kind of the period of time, much of the people, they were laughing. That, oh, you know, it is this way, it is that way. And even there's a time that that kind of the scenario, I went and I talked about, hey, I asked, talk about from the village here.
Yeah.
We have parents,
Yeah.
talk about the male and the female, you understand? And I asked the male that, hey, please, give me the banana bags, and so as I can just cut from the your shamba, so as I can do what? I can just come and cut for my cows. I was combining potato beans, talk about the banana,
grass.
napier grass, and the banana leaves. And they should be in a bulky because it's of a week. 3 cows. 3 cows. And 2 were heifers, and 1 was the one that was being milked. So they eat properly. They eat properly. I'm telling you that. The daily cattle,
yeah.
they eat properly.
Exactly.
That's the fantastic. So during that the period of time, then I went and cut. Then the wife got me there. Do you know that I was arrested? And I had asked them, the talk about the husband that, please, can they cut? Yes, no problem, you just go and cut. I was arrested, and I was put in the police custody. Once a year. I am telling you.
Because of
Cutting some banana leaves. You understand?
Yeah.
And during that time, my mom now heard that Gintu is arrested. Of what? Such kind of a small thing. And whenever the husband was called, he said that I am the one who gave it out. But I had tried to tell, because of that jealousy that, oh, we want this kind of the people to suffer. I have suffered, my friend, I'm telling you. So I talked about why this kind of the life being this way. And even I can just remember my brother came to cry at the station. Crying, totally crying. That is coming from a construction, talk about as a handyman. And he was told that my bill is 2,000 Kenya shillings. So as I can just be, we can pay the guy. And he took all his savings, bro. I'm telling you, took all the savings and give it out. And we cried while we were coming at home. It was a hectic moment for me. And whenever I just recall and I talk about where the life is coming from, I always talk about things to change. And that's why I talk about tomorrow is another day. Never talk about somebody will never have something. Huh? So the good fact is I know what is meant today or tomorrow. So we had to struggle. When now the exam reached, I went and did only the exam because I was not studying. But I passed and I went to a Form 4. During that holiday, I had to enroll myself. I could not stay at home that way because I told my father, please, I will be cutting grass and he will be taking care of it. Let us go out and hustle. My father is an aged person, so he could not go and work for us, both two. We had to go out and leave our father, and I will have to cut the grass, leave my father towards he can just feed the cows.
So it's like you are going even to come and feed your father.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me and my brother. And before my mother could just come. So I hustled. I went and I just asked a job of digging tunnels. You understand?
Yeah,
Digging tunnels. During that time,
Yeah.
it was 2017.
Yeah.
And it was around November, getting to December. November there.
Yeah.
Then I dug a hole, talk about that kind of a tunnel, from Sirari town to Migori in Florence Hotel. And you just go and measure 20 meters, 10 meters, you dig it, my friend. And the Kisii people who were just supervising that kind of job, they were so envious and they were so rude.
They don't want nothing.
They have something like this kind of a tree here, and they come like a ruler, 1 meter. If you have not reached the meter, no writing, no your name. You have to finish 1 meter down deep, which is around 4 feet. It's around 4 feet deep. So they can just write your name that you have completed. A 10 meter. You understand?
Yeah.
And I was a teenager still. Talk about I was in Form 3, bro. So I had to hustle so as I can pay even my mom's bills because they were becoming a problem. She was even about to be chased from there and to be allowed to go home so as there's no much money for us to pay there. And even the treatment they came to be cut because of no money, bro. You understand?
Yeah.
So it became a problem. And I studied it. And the time that I talked about no wasting even a single cent. So to this kind of the way, I understand whenever you see I'm always strict, talking about even one bob counts, you know? And I know how I was suffering. I know this kind of the village. I know much of the people. I know whenever I see somebody, if I see you this way, I can sense because I have that kind of a sense that because I've passed through that kind of the legitimate time,
Yeah.
I can sense this kind of the person is not well. I can talk to you. And I have sensed already you are not well. Even whenever something tells me that this talk to this person is not well. And sometimes I do tell you
Yeah.
that do you think that you are good? So why
Even
can't
me.
you do this at this particular time? I do tell you.
Yeah.
And much of the people, to ask anybody, he has just this kind of the legitimate from me.
Even there is a time you are just talking to Ahmad and he will listen to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm telling much of the people. This is the fact. Because when now I hustled, even I came now to evolve and I got much of the money because I was a very hard worker. And you understand, even giving you this kind of a recap, bro, I'm telling you this as a fact. When I was working at this kind of the particular moment, I was having something like, what can I talk about? When you are going for the job, you understand that you have to get gumboots. This kind of the gumboot, Delta. And to afford Delta boots, it's very expensive.
It's like
very
1,000,
expensive.
1,700.
1,000, during that time it was 1,200. Right now it's 1,800 to 2,000. So much of the people that cannot afford these ones. They go for the other ones. So
Yeah.
they are very expensive. And you have to get gumboots, number one, Delta gumboots. Number two, you have to get an overall. And should be blue in color. Number three, you should have a helmet. Number four, you should have a djembe and a spade. You understand?
Yeah, I remember
Now,
that time.
that time, what I only have is a djembe and a spade. I don't have boots. I don't have an overall. I don't have a helmet. You can understand now? Now, and sometimes you could have some, they're called what? Barakoa, is that? Masks. You should have masks also. So my friend, I went one day and asked a person who I met one person that, hey bro, where are you coming from? I'm coming from digging some tunnels. What's the qualifications? They told me, then I talked about an ID. Yes. Now the first thing is an ID. If you don't have an identification card, no job. You cannot imagine, I'm 17, I don't have an ID. I don't have boots. I don't have an overall. I don't have a helmet.
And
I only have a jembe and a spade.
And you need a work.
And I need a work. Because I have to work. To me, and I'm telling the people right, I never liked working as a handyman. I never liked it. Into my life, I never liked it, because there's a day I went and the top mason started humiliating me. Even I left the work because of the humiliation. Huh? Harassing me. Yeah. That whenever he finish, I wash his own tools and I bring water for him to bathe, my friend. So it was like they are bullying me. Eh?
Yeah.
So I talked about that was something that I could not even cater for myself. Eh? I could not even. Let me go and work as a tireless person, but I have my own freedom. I'll get out of that tunnel and go. I'll do some of them, my things. Whenever I get tired, I leave. Eh? Like the ones that we are just digging. So when I went there and I found those kind of the Kisii people, they were supervisors. I went there very cautiously, very good in the evening. I told them that, oh, my friend, please, I'm this and this and this. I've finished my form 4, my standard, my form 3. Now I've been promoted to form 4. Even the result, I don't know if I took the result from school. I told them that I've been promoted from 4 because I was not allowed even to stay in that kind of the school again. Whenever I finish one exam, get out.
So you are studying at home?
I was studying at home, man.
And at home you still have work?
Work to do.
At night you have to sleep?
You have to sleep.
How did you manage yourself?
My friend, I'm telling you, during that time, we were using kerosene.
There's no electricity?
No electricity. We are using kerosene in this kind of the lighting. Talk about the traditional cultural lightings. Huh? I was using them.
And you have to balance so that the kerosene is going to be at least
exactly, and
half
to study.
a week.
And I'm telling you that as a fact, man. When I went back to school, I was told that you do one exam, march out. You cannot eat in that school. Or you stay.
You are not eating?
You eat and you have not paid. So I asked for a chance only to do exam so I can be promoted. Because I tell you, I had a room where I had rented, so I could just go there. So I was just whenever I finish one exam, I go. I know the timeline how to ring. Then I'll come back and do what? And understand that whenever the time has reached, maybe it's after lunch, I go and do another exam. So I have my timeline. So whenever I go there, that's why even I'm telling you there's a fact. I am supporting even the family that supported me when I was in high school. And I'm telling you that as a fact. And they will be here when I'm launching this kind of the house. Because they saw the suffering. Even one day, that man talked about, you are not well. He took me from school and brought me back home. And he told me, and he came and talked to my father that I don't think that Gintu is normal. Because it's like stressed, a lot of stress. You understand? I do exam, I go. And there's a time I just got sick. Even like I never understood myself. Yes. Nakuja. So the good thing is I never even understood myself. Eh? I was out of my consciousness. Then I found myself in a hospital. That father had taken me because where I was staying, I was acting. Whenever it's not a school day, I could sweep the environment and teach the small children there. And I was helping them with the homework, something like that one. And sometimes the father could tell me that, oh, teach them whenever you are free. And they liked me. They were coming and we are sitting together and learning whatever they wanted to learn. And I helped them where I could. Eh? So to this kind of the particular time, I just found myself in the hospital. So that kind of the particular time, I'll never forget it. Because I was told that, oh, you are this and this. Then things happen this way. Then you are just taken to the hospital. Because I know it's much of mentally challenged. And also talk about the mentality. Yeah. And talk about the stress. Such kind of the way. Yeah. And I was not well because of the scenario at home. Eh? So even studying, it could be a problem. When I finish the exam, I go. Then I finished the exam in 1 week. Then I had to come back because I was not allowed to be in school. Because I don't have money to pay. You understand? Or I stay at home. Whenever the exam reaches, I go. That was it, the program. And I was the one who said it because I could do the exam and go back home. And to that kind of the position, And now I came to this kind of the job. I asked those kind of the people, please, can you offer me a job? Please, I request, offer me a job. And they told me that you are a very young boy. Do you have an ID? I said, I don't have an ID, but I'm suffering. Please, can you give me a job so I can even have a peace of mind? I interact with much of the people. You understand?
Yeah.
And they told me that we see your body, it's not bad. Eh? Tomorrow come, we test you. My friend, I came from there, was just talking about the Lord is good. They told me that come with at least, what do you have? I told them I have a spade and a djembe. And they told me that come, we will offer you the staffs, then we'll be cutting you small money. And to the good luck, when I went there, I found one guy had left the job. I was given those kind of the staffs. You understand? And now I was, now when I was given, talk about a portion, that 10 meters, you are just given 10 meters per each. I was given 10 meters. I was the first one to finish it. From 8 in the morning until 4 in the evening, I had finished a 10 meter, 1 meter deep. You understand? And I had finished it already. So the good fact that I had did, then after like a while, a little bit, when we reached from Sirari to Nyabuhanse, it is like some kilometers, like 15, eh? Like 15,
Yeah.
talk about like
12.
8 to 10, eh? 8 to 10 kilometers. Then when we reached Nyabuhanse, I was promoted from the lower class to the higher class, not even getting to the middle, to the higher class. Why was it that way? Hard working. I was now given a work of demolishing a road. Talk about even passing through the road, digging a tunnel where the macadam road is. Talk about the tar road is. Talk about like that road that's there. Now we were the one breaking it. If you can just remember, talk about whenever it came to where the chief has an hardware, we break it. If you saw that kind of a channel, I was the one who was there to break the roads and break where the river is. And even where the hardcore are, we are the ones. Because if the hardcore is onto the lean, we have to break it. I was now promoted to that squad. So we were paid higher, but so hard. And we were only 6. And I'm telling you, only 6. And I was being paid a lot of money. And even you can ask my mom, man, I supported them with a lot of money. Even they just talked about, where do you get this money from? Even they thought about, I'm a thief. Am I stealing? But they could not expect it. But I had known that the way I was being treated from the background, it should not be reflecting onto me at the front gears. Eh? You have to understand. So, zima yo mziki. Zima muziki dogo. Zima muziki ba. Yeah, thank you. So the fact is, that's one I'm just telling you. When you see me, 1 shilling counts. I understand that this strategy is not good. This strategy is good. You understand? And much of the people are coming to your life, not that to be there for your life, but they are there to siphon you and go. But they don't know my brain, my friend. My brain is totally something else. Even they have never tried it. Because they are trying to talk about, oh, we're going to be siphoning Gintu, but they could not make it. Much of the people have such kind of intentions. So I understand where even my family, how we stood. And even right now, you, if you want to help somebody, whom are you going to be helping? Between your family and other people. So I start with my family. That's why my family is stable a little bit here. Then I can help because I identify the way I came out and I stood that myself, like the way I am. Much of the people that are just suffering outside there, I understand. Even if I'm helping small, I'm making it, bro. Yeah, they're going to be moving. They're going to appreciate. They're going to know that something is just like today. Where are we coming from? The aged people here. Yeah. Unaenda wapi?
Toka nje.
Anakuja. Enda mvua ndio hiyo. Kuna mvua inakuja. Yeah.
So, you know what? I can just see that these are very good teach that you have just give us. And you know, most of boys that we are aged,
Yeah.
they have just venture in some of drugs. They cannot work because of you know, someone have that kind of a heart that when he's the way you went to do the work of as a handyman, and the mansion tried to harass you. Now this kind of the boys outside there, they lack job.
Yeah.
They don't people there's no work.
Yeah.
So the only thing that they can do to stress themselves is to enter in drugs.
Drugs, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you have just give us a good procedure that you can just use and we cannot kukata tamaa.
And never give up.
Give up. You
Never
can
give
never
up.
give up.
Yeah.
Because if you never give up when you are struggling your life, I think even as we can make it
Yeah.
if we try to push ourselves.
There's a person who sang that don't sit down there and cry. You can make it if you try. Don't sit down there and cry. Somebody's talking about, hey, what are you making? How offensively are you coming out to make it? You are sitting down there and crying that these things are not happening to me, or you need some support from this and it's not happening, and you are just crying at that kind of the position. Why can't you try and make it? Try. Everybody is trying to make it. You understand? But the good fact is there are some of the things that I can tell you, this one will never benefit you. And this one, you are having too much of thinking about okay, I'll have much of the people think about you can start it today and harvest it tomorrow. You understand?
Yeah.
Much of the people have such kind of a stupid mentality that you start it today, you harvest it tomorrow. And to that kind of an effect, that one nowhere will just go. And I'm telling you, long-term investments are paying. Long-term investment. That's what I'm doing. Long-term investments. That's what is paying. Look at the fish farm there. It's a long-term investment.
Yeah.
So it's going to be paying, even if it's going to be taking long, but it will pay. You understand? And to the real fact, whoever is thinking about it, you understand a person you have not come out from, the person who has not come out from your mother's womb like the way you are, no day will ever understand you until they see it on themselves. That a person cannot entitled to understand that, okay, this is the struggles that, what is Gintu making so this kind of the strategy can go forward? You think about, oh, Gintu is here for this and this and this and this, eh? And you think about the way Maro is behaving. I'll never behave like him. The way Mayugun is behaving, I'll never be like him. No day. The way I am, you will not be like me. And I'm telling you that as a fact. Because everybody has a background. That if I finished my own job and talked about, I paid for my fee, my own self, as a teenager, and I paid for myself. And I cleared where? Because I was not given the UPL number, because I had not cleared from the previous school I was. So I had to clear there, get the UPL number for the hospital, go and clear the fee where I was. I went to the college on my own money, that I hustled as a bouncer, and I was being threatened, like the way I am. I was being threatened during that time, and I hustled to get that money and go to the college, take myself to the college. You understand?
So
and
that is what makes you
to be
say
strong,
that,
man.
Yeah, and you just said that you will never be employed.
I'll never be employed because I understand. From that, my friend, aya peleka kwa nyumba, apeleka basi, ndio maana huko. So the good, so the fact is, I'm telling you, when you start, when I came out of Form 4, when the schools opened, when I now went to Form 4, that kind of a job had died. It died. It just ended on 27th December 2017. 2017. So that job ended. So when I went to Form 4, that job now went. And I was being employed to leave school and go and dig the tunnels in Meru County, 60 kilometers. And I refused that I have to go to school. And I went and I finished my Form 4.
You have, my friend, you have that that
The
morale.
scripture.
Yeah.
I understand it. When I finished my Form 4, I came outside here. I never managed to go to the university because of this kind of this and this and this and this. You understand? Now, what did I do? I decided to talk about I have to venture into something that will help me make it. I told my brother was doing in the truck. I told him that, bro, can you give me the work here so that I can even throw some sand? You just take me to be staying onto that kind of the truck. Then, whenever we reach where sand is, I'll be throwing sand and I get 50 shillings. Loading the sand. 50 shillings. The first day my brother took me, it was, I finished my form for 2018. It was on 3rd February, he took me. And I am remembering, 3rd February, we went in a work. And it was early in the morning, like around 8. We went to load the sand from the river. We loaded the sand. Then the truck never moved. It sank. We had to take the sand out the first day. I had to take the sand out. You know, you have to be paid whenever the truck is getting out. So we loaded. Whenever it was moving, it sank.
Then
you had to offload the sand out and take out that kind of the truck from those kind of the trenches. Big, my friend, digging. I'm telling you, digging. If you have ever done a truck work in a rainy season, you are a man.
I did once and I escaped.
I'm telling you,
because
if you
I
can
just
do
throw one car.
one
then
truck.
I ran.
I'm telling you, if you can survive in a truck in a rainy season, you are a man. I'm telling you that as a fact.
My friend, that kind of a job is
So
very,
the good
very
fact
hard.
is, even when we came outside there, you saw how it was. Even we offloaded using the spades here.
Yeah.
This is just a very good way. Talk about now the river. You sank at the river, alongside the river. And I'm telling you, and we had to offload. And when we were just moving forward, it started raining. We had not to offload it. We had to offload it and make sure that the rain will not be coming because it was a rainy season. And we had to stack there, my friend. From 8, we loaded the soil, talk about the sand soil, until it was around 1 hour. Take it as a 1 hour of loading the sand. Then you take off. Then we had to, we stuck there, and we had not to get out of there until 6 in the evening. And I'm telling you that's a fact. 6 in the evening. The truck is sunk. We have to boost it, my friend. I have so many techniques of boosting a tipper to get out from the trench. You use the logs. You use much of the things here. You saw much of the things that were just analyzed at the road there. We are just putting much of the logs there. And what is the scripture? We have even tipping the tipper so they can just get up. How do you teach? We have a strategy of making it. So I was now gaining the experience. Now the rain started at 6. We are about to get out so they can load that sand again. Load it there so they can just get out. It's 6 in the evening. My friend, it started raining. We came back and I never earned even a single cent. My brother came and just told me that, bro, if you wish tomorrow to come, it's the work we struggle. I came home with even no cent. And I went at 8 in the morning. I'm returned home around 7 with no sand, even loaded, even a single cent. I came empty. So it's the time that my brother told me that survive. Never talk about why today I've not got something. What is the plan of tomorrow, man? Tomorrow is another day. So never lose hope because of talking about, oh, today I've not got. Tomorrow is another day. Focus. Whatever effort you're making today, and you think about how can I increase that kind of an effort. I told you, when I was at Ayamaro, and I'm telling you that as a fact, I did what? Umaro told me that if you are getting 500 views in one video, and you want 1,000, why can't you put 2? Why can't you put 2? And you understand that you will get 1,000 views. Why can't you put 2 of them? 500, you are at 1,000. So what next? Do you understand me? So that's why you see, we are striving to make it happen. And I'm highlighting much of the boys. And there's a time they'll ever look for Gintu to talk about this kind of the things. I'll have gone. I'll be in another stage. I'll not be in this stage. And much of the people are praying Gintu to come down. And I know it. Even the people who are just at your surrounding. People have been benefiting from you. They'll ever tarnish you so as you can just come down. So as they will ever see you, talking about the G Castle is now no longer going on. They will like that kind of the moment. And I'm telling you, it will never happen. What I'm doing outside here, nobody can do it in this kind of the regime. Right now, even if I walk, much of the YouTubers telling me that, Gintu, please, help me the money so that I can upload the video. Please, help me with this one. I understand the economy how it is. And I understand because even me, I passed through that kind of the point. Talk about I passed through it because when I was at the villa, there was no much of the Wi-Fi there. During the time the Wi-Fi was no longer there, how are we surviving? We were uploading videos using data bundles. And even there's a time I was coming very late at home. Very, very late. This is just a boy here. Yes, Joseph Vegas. What's up? I'm very, very fine, bro. A good evening too. What's up, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah. Hiyo sikupatie homa, bro. Kitu gani utafanya? The good thing ni huyo ni psych tu amepatiwa na au majamaa juu ndio maana niliwatimua juu walikuwa shaanza kumlua into such kind of the things. Sasa wacha wafanye, bro. The only thing ni whatever somebody wants to do it, let him do it. No cutting, eh? Yeah, let them do it, or everything has to go forward. No terms of talking about what is being spoken. Whatever they speak has to be spoken. Eh? So the good thing is we have to get forward, no much backward. Yeah. Exactly. Ndio maana nakuambia Nairobi teacher ameniambia, but kitu naweza kukuambia ni moja kwamba there's no problem if mimi kitu naweza kuambia Jose, there's a much of the problems that are encountered with YouTube. So much of the people think about everybody will get to YouTube and they will get to have the houses, that they will be supported and everything. Right now Nyabohanse is messed and it's in a mess. It's full of mess and I'm telling you that as a fact, bro. Yeah, so the good thing is whoever thinks about they're gonna be doing it, let them lure so as they can just make a move, and that's the move, bro.
Is there anyone who is behind about this?
There are so many YouTubers who are behind it, so I understand and I know it. Because I have the conversations, all the conversations that they started from April. But I had no any kind of the evidence about how the things were just running. There's no problem about that one. So I have all the evidence on who and how the things were. So don't be bothered with small things, huh? Yeah. Exactly. I understand, bro. Thank you. So, bro, I'm telling you this as a fact. Not everybody, the way you see Gintu is making money, you think about, you don't understand again where Gintu has come from. That, Gintu started from I don't know where until this kind of the position I am. So you want to tarnish Gintu's name because of the petty issues that you cannot even talk whenever somebody talks about, okay, give us the valid point about it. You don't have any kind of the valid point to talk about it. So the good thing...
People have, I can just say is, people think that YouTube is for donation.
Exactly.
You're not earning there.
Exactly.
But the real thing is, this guy is working to make money, not...
You know, much of the people think about Gintu depend on YouTube. What they don't know is Gintu is making money, and I have much of the things to do, bro. Very many things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And much of the things, when I was starting much of the YouTube, when I came out of the villa, much of the people saw Gintu with chicken, Gintu with the greens, Gintu with whatever, you understand?
Yeah.
And I'm a person of helping, you understand? Not that it's in a specific way that helping one person, it's the only thing. And who will come at your own funeral? You understand? whenever you have to prepare the way forward. You can never know what's tomorrow. That tomorrow who will come to bury you. You have to calculate it because it is there in the legacy. You have to be buried. It is there. So how are you programming yourself? How are you programming yourself? How are you making other things to harm? How are you making some of the things to run? So you have to identify the opportunities and make them run.
Exactly.
And for when a person is rising, this kind of the small petty issues, they have to come. Because much of the people want to benefit from Gintu that they have never benefited.
Let's give them the last word.
The last word is everybody does his own thing. That if you think about, you want to be talking about Gintu, talk about it. Don't stop. Go about it. Go in, out, center, a middle, and make it. But you never get Gintu coming to that kind of the program. The good thing is Gintu is no longer having such kind of the stupid behavior of analyzing that, oh, I should be talking this, I should be doing this, I should... much of the people are writing and making much of the visual Gintu can react upon it. So they can just talk about, oh, it is this way. They'll never see me there. Gintu is moving. Today I'm launching another toilet for talk about the vulnerables, talk about the aged two couples. And I want to launch it. It's going to be coming out. Very fantastic. Yeah? And from there, I'm going to be having another toilet and taking much of the students to the school, giving out the sanitary needs. A person is talking about, oh, you only owning out your own stomach. You think about Gintu is stacking there for picnics. I'm no longer available. And what's giving much of the people a problem, when I brought the car, much of the people in the family, even my sister, they were thinking about Gintu going to be getting them to talk about outings. And they're just still wondering. When you get the vehicle to an outing, I'm telling you this as a calculative move. So today, the car should be parked here. I take it, and then I talk about, okay, let's to go to the outing. Then we go and spend a lot of money. Then tomorrow I come and talk about, please guys, you know, still the G Castle have to construct it with the stupidity of the highest order. The small thing that a fund is earning 1,000 and a handman 500, which is 1,500, which is about $10, about 10 or 11 or $12 here, that you could have paid them to earn, the G Castle should move. A person is thinking about that kind of the money is small. It is small, yes, but it can do something. You understand? And that kind of the money is a huge money. Where can you just walk and correct $10 somewhere? No day. You have to work for it. Much of the people are thinking very stupidity when the money is flowing to their accounts that, oh, this is just that. They don't know that even the people who are sending the money from the overseas are working for that money. They don't collect. Even if a person talks about, Gintu, I want to support you to build this kind of the G Castle, or I want you to support with the cements. They have talked about, today I want to help Gintu in this one. And I use it meticulously. That's why the envy is coming. Why is Gintu continuing? Because I understand the strategy. I'm not a club guy. I'm not a dancing guy. I understand that much of the people want to live a lavish life, that they have not reached. That time we reach, man. You have a house, you have the children, you have everything. That life will come. Not at this particular time, talking about, oh, Gintu is in the construction. I'm using more than right now is more than 32,000 is just going here. You can have my 32,000 US dollars, approaching 4M at this kind of the house. And it's still the way it is. And somebody's talking about materials. For what? It is so nactic at this kind of the essence. Hey bro, tomorrow? Thank you. So the good fact is, amur kuntaka kakitu, man. So tomorrow? Exactly. So the good fact is, we have to make it happen and we have to strive for it, bro. So never ever. I understand there are much of the things that they're going to be coming out right now, and they're going to be talking about Gintu, because even I'm receiving much of the phone calls that, oh, Gintu, have you seen the video? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? It's just a way of a day.
Potcoms.
That's what I'm going to always talk about, the postcoms and intercoms of the day.
Exactly.
And they want to throw Gintu in an imbroglio. But they'll see Gintu
moving
this way. They're talking about, we are talking about Gintu. But he's making it. So they will just talk about, let's go slow. And nobody will do what Gintu is making. And I'm telling you, bro,
By the way,
how things are running
You are proving it.
and how things are running outside here. Right now, there's no money. Even the people building the toilets, they're just wondering, where is Gintu getting money from? You understand? Where is Gintu making this from? It's something which is, we have to enjoy with them. You understand? Whenever you have it and you have, talk about the community, talk about a person who is your neighbor, doesn't have it. You see him every day is and you are feeling that, oh, this kind of the people, they are hungry. You are laughing for them. Maybe tomorrow it's you. You reach at that kind of the particular point. So don't imagine that, oh, this and this and that and this and this. So sometimes we have much of the people who are thinking about Gintu will ever go down. And I promise them, tomorrow is another day.
Kaboom, keep it tuned, keep it locked.
Everything is locked.
We're gonna be
Coming back again with
Yeah.
much of the hints here.
kaboom.
Exactly.